Before you open your box, you may be interested in the ID on the side, which tells you it's a Raleigh, and this is the month of February, month B, and it is 0850 serial number, which is a very early example of this iconic bike. So with no further ado, let's get the box open. This is Alan. There you go, ceremonial opening of the box.
There you go.
Well done, Alan.
Thank you very much.
First thing you'll notice when you open the box is this written at the top, British originality. And we all know that the British are the best designers in the world, in my opinion. Sadly, built abroad these days, like most things. But yeah, you can be proud of that. Let's open the box, let's have a look in, see what we've got. Yeah, it's definitely red, we've got the right colour. So there's the boxes. Okay, let's get the bits out. It's a bit like Christmas in the 70s. Look at that.
Pass the parcel, Russ.
So the next bit, the actual weight of the whole bike, it's going to take two of you to lift this out. So if I get one end and Alan gets the other end, it's going to take both of us to lift that out. So it looks like the whole bike will come out like that. I mean, to be honest, it looks like it's all built up. You know what I mean? It's not. I was expecting a flat pack, Al, but actually, there's not that much to do. He said. So we'll have a look at the instructions. You will have one of these, but these are on the back wheel to protect it, and you'll also get them on there. They're not a BMX style footrest, by the way. That is just packing, so that will just go back in the box. The first thing to do is put the stand down now. Get it standing up. If it's not tied up, yeah, just pop the stand down.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. That'll make it a bit easier to sort out. Yeah. I haven't got a clue what's in the box, so let's have a look. Oh, tempting. Oh, pedals, I should have guessed. Old stock, new old stock NOS, you may have heard of. I've seen them for £250 a pair, you know, and look what you're getting them with the bike. I've seen NOS ones. So, very nice too, Alan. We'll pop those on. Anything else in the box?
Pass the parcel doesn't end there.
You will get a Raleigh owner's guide and a very 70s looking chopper manual. Well, there ain't much to that. There you go.
And Sturmy Archer.
Sturmy Archer looking after your gears, so yeah, that's what you'll get in the box. There's something else in the box, Al?
I think so. I can hear things rattling around.
Oh, you didn't get a bell. Okay, well, yeah, the bell. I'm not too impressed with that bell, to be honest. The pedals, yes. Bell, no. Not too impressed. Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, they even give you a spanner. Okay, yeah. Reflector. Now, there are other tools we might need for this bike. So, okay, all reflectors. You will get those in the box.
And one empty box.
One empty box. Okay, so you will get this in that box. There we go. It is very well packed, actually. I'm glad they've stored it in third gear, because some of you may not know it's the least stressful gear, third. When you leave it in first, it puts more stress on the gearing, on the cable. So that's a good tip. Whenever you're put your chopper bike away for any length of time, always put it in third. It's a totally different bike. And we've got the chopper manual which comes along with that, and that's all you get. I mean, for this, put that away. That's just for prosperity, really. It's not giving you a fat lot. Now this is the actual one for the bike, and that is the lot. Just this is the one to go, boy. You'll follow the instructions to the letter. The R nut on there, I'm assuming that's tight. So why are they asking you on there to do that? I don't understand that, because it's already on. Well, the supplied spanner for the chopper, you'll notice, does not actually fit the front wheel, so don't even bother going there. It does not fit that. Alan said that, yeah, but I would not like to use that on that because of that. Yeah, because of that. That is not a good idea. If you're going to tighten that up, use a socket. Why they've said put the wheel on, I don't know, because the wheel's already on and it's tight. So, but rather than the spanner, always use that. So these are handed. You get a left and a right hand thread on these. So you look for the letter R for the right. Can we find that, Al?
Oh, there it is.
You got it. So that goes, one with R goes to the right hand side to the bike, and that's as you're sitting on it, so it's where your right hand is. You may notice that the other one hasn't got the letter L on it, which stands for reason, really, doesn't it? Yeah. So the one R on the right and the one with nothing is for the other side. Genius. And the owner of this bike, Alan, here, is a lucky Christmas boy. But it's not Christmas. He's 6'4" tall, and he's going to be riding this bike. So we're going to have here his maximum height, and on the side here there's a mark here, which is the safety point of the handlebar for safety reasons. And again, I wouldn't recommend using the spanner that they've supplied. Try and use a socket if you can, because you do risk damaging this lovely new chrome. So I'm actually using now the Raleigh Chopper spanner they've supplied. Personally, I wouldn't use it on the handlebars or the wheels or anything else, just because of slippage or whatever. Or you might damage the paintwork. I just prefer a socket set, but it has got its uses. And on this left hand pedal, it's a left-handed thread. And really, it's been quite simple to assemble. So we can all say it's been assembled in Britain. Like a lot of these manufacturers do these days, you know. They say it's manufactured abroad, but it's assembled in Britain. So there we go.
So in summary, Russ, it's been well thought out, well packaged, and well presented.
Yes, and I've been pleasantly surprised how easy this bike has been to. I'm just going to nip that up now. Yeah. And there you have it, one union pedal on the left hand side. Alan has already done the other side. So we'll see about raising this next, because Alan is a 6'4" rider of a chopper bike. So we want this as high as we can get it. I'll just go over it once more and check everything's tight. Just one more set, because I've just snipped it up for now for purposes of the video. And I want to show you a few things later on in this video. a bit later on is I'm going to show you see how a 6'4" man sits on the new Mark 4, and I think judging by him sitting on my Mark 2 occasionally, which is the reason he's bought this, because I wouldn't sell him mine.
I did try.
he did. So he's got himself one now, and you might be amazed.
Thank you.
Interestingly, Alan's just going to point out something with the seat post nut.
Okay, so the instructions say to adjust the saddle height, loosen the 10mm seat post clamp nut, called mark number 1 on the diagram, which is,
and it's not 10mm, it's actually 13mm there. The other side is, just double check that, is also 13mm, so that's actually wrong.
There we go.
The seat post is not 10mm for you people out there, it's actually 13mm, which I'm carefully going to use on that. And then the sissy bar clamp,
and the two 10mm sissy bar nuts above the springs 2 and 3 also need to be loosened.
Yeah, well those are correct. Those are actually 10mm, because I've tried the socket on down there. So what we're going to do now is loosen all that off and bring the saddle up to its maximum position. The main height adjuster is on the 13mm nut and bolt that goes through there. So you just simply rock it backwards and forwards, and we're going to put that up to its maximum height. It is now set to its maximum, and it's only set height wise, like I said earlier, with that nut and bolt there. Now the sissy bar clamps, all they do is put pressure on the springs down there, just give it a little bit of compression, a little bit of suspension. So don't worry about them too much, other than just take them down. So you undo that, give them a little bit of compression and tighten them up, just snip them up. Just puts the spring under a little bit of tension. That's all it does. Simply like, you don't have to over tighten them or anything like that. It just puts that spring and it gives it that little bit of suspension.
So in a complete novice like myself, when it comes to anything mechanical, this is what you're doing there is just lowering that clamp nut down for the spring height.
That's right. All you're doing is just a slight bit of pressure on there and simply nip them up. There you go. That's all you need to do. They're not actually height adjusters at all. Nothing to do with the height at all. They're just simply spring compressors. So the bell's fitted, right hand bell, right hand movement. Alan, do you want to? That's different. That's different, yeah. I wasn't expecting that. I don't remember the 70s chopper having that on, but each their own, personal choice. Personally, I'd stick a chrome one on there, so one. But Alan likes it because it matches this black seat, so fair enough. Something else, I've noticed the tyres are under deflated. Don't go straight out and pump them up to the desired pressure.
Which is, if you don't be riding along, suddenly the front end of the seat slides down into the...
No, because you'll slide off the end, Alan, and you will land on the legendary gear stick, which I found out to my cost as a young lad.
I always wonder why your voice is so high.
Now you know, Alan. Now you know. Okay, so the other thing to check with that, the two important things to check are the seat clamp, very important, and obviously the other safety critical thing is the this nut here. Just make sure that one and that one are mega tight. Pump your tyres up and we're away, and we'll see Alan, a 6'4" man, on a chopper bike. It's a Strader valve that we're using, same as a car, same as the ones in the 70s. So the bike is now complete. Before Alan test rides that bike, there's a few other little bits and pieces that Raleigh put in for you. There is a front and there is a rear reflector. Well, looking at the rear reflector on the Chopper bike, I don't think you're going to need that little thing for a start. I think legislation makes them do that. And there's no reference to these in the manual anyway. So, not going to bother with that. Certainly not going to bother with that. And the plastic bits that you put them on. The others, they're not a bad idea, the side reflectors from a safety point of view, but they weren't a thing in the 70s, and Alan wants to keep it as retro as possible, so we're not going to fit those on the wheels. Personal choice at the end of the day, just like the higher or lower sissy bar, but that is personal choice, so we're not going to put that on. So the next thing is Alan riding his bike for the first time and his thoughts.
Absolutely. Thanks, Russ. The first reactions on sitting on the bike is that I could have done with the seat being another inch or two higher. But having said that, let's see how we go.
This is maiden voyage. So you can get a 6'4" man on a chopper bike, and that's how it looks. There you go.
Very good. What's unusual compared with my RSW16 is I can feel the suspension.
Yeah, right, okay.
Up and down on this.
That's, yeah. You think that's a big improvement on the RSW, Alan?
Absolutely, yeah. So it's very, very strange. You're riding along and suddenly you get the bouncing up and down on the seat a fraction because you can feel the suspension working. Yeah. It's you know, you've gone from 60s technology to 70s technology. Glam rock and T-Rex and everything else
you're
that goes with it.
You're up to that level now. Welcome to the 70s, Alan.
Welcome to the 70s and everything's sweet. Yet another iconic brand.
So that's Alan on his latest toy, and he's got a big smile on his face, so it's nice to help him.
And I'm looking forward to attending some of the Raleigh Chopper Rally events in due course and meeting up with everyone as part of the group.
And we'll have to have a ride into town as well, which I'll try and get a video of us sometime on Market Day. So
I'm very interested though, Russ, as to how this now compares with the old Mark II, the original
segment of this video.
Please subscribe and stay updated.